All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. Well, this is another strong one reaching us. Finally, APC youth urges Tinubu to reduce cost of living, appoint young Nigerians. All right, my people, this is another strong one. You know, I've said it times with that number that it will get to a stage the youth will come out and they will speak out for themselves. Now, the youth are coming out one after the other. They are now sounding it that Baba, try as much as possible to appoint one of the youth or some of our youth to rule some section. Meanwhile, reduce the high cost of living in Nigeria. We are tired. My brother, my sister, this is so strong. Well, onto this, the Progressive League of Youth Voters for Tinubu and Shetima has called on President Bola Tinubu to urgently take steps to reduce the rising cost of living in Nigeria. As you can see that, the rising cost of living that the president should, as a matter of urgency, reduce the rising cost of living in Nigeria. Well, meanwhile, its national coordinator Abdul Shuaibu, while addressing a press conference during the investiture of its national patron, Engineer Hayola Oyejide, said the president should urgently tackle high unemployment and then ensure the appointment of young Nigerians into his cabinet. He noted that going by the series of unprecedented policies and an appointment made in barely 1 month in office, Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima are square pegs in square holes. Shaibu said at least half of Nigerians are under or unemployed, a figure that rises to 2/3 for young people who make up the majority of the population. The president is expected to tackle this problem and reduce it to the barest minimum. Rise in the cost of living is unprecedented and then unbearable. The president is expected to revamp our ailing and critically dysfunctional economy. Shuaibu also decried the prevailing state of national security in Nigeria, describing it as worrisome. The coordinator pointed out that the receding Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast is being substituted by banditry and terrorism in the northwest. He added that the north central is facing the deadly farmer herders crisis, while the southeast is enmeshed in separatist violence and the associated criminal opportunism. Shuaibu added that there is an upswing in gang and ritual activities in the southwest, while the south is afflicted with militancy, piracy and oil theft, saying the president should get a grip on these serious security threats. According to him, corruption among public functionaries in Nigeria is endemic, though the president is strongly opposed to it. We expect him to confront the menace head on, setting an example of transparency and zero tolerance of self-regard. He said Nigeria is blessed with a lot of talented and intelligent youth, but are barely given the chance or opportunity to exercise these gifts. According to his statement, I quote, "Thank God President Tinubu has a very good record of grooming and including youth in governance. Therefore, we expect him to continue in that line, most especially in a subsequent appointment of ministers, heads of departments, agencies, and then board members of federal institutions, he added. All right, and then exactly what is reaching us right now. No, I've said it. The APC youth urges Tinubu to reduce cost of living and then appoint young Nigerians. Well, the fact remains that the people are now wise. They are now wise. They are coming out one after the other to tell it out the way it's supposed to be. You know, we have said it times to that number that it will get to that point. The youth will come out and they will open up. Enough of being quiet. The cost of living is very high. People can no longer easily eat even 1 square meal a day. If you are you are staying somewhere in the trenches, you understand what I am talking about. Even the so-called people that are living large, the so-called people that are living well before, that they believe they have the money, they are now feeling it. They are now feeling it. Nobody will tell me he's happy with this regime. In one way or the other, everybody is feeling it. Look at no constant electricity when there is when the fuel price is very high. How do you want the people to cope? This is actually affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody seriously. Right now, the people are not happy with the situation on ground. You can imagine petrol price that you were buying at a rate that a lot of people were even complaining that it was too much. You are now buying it about ×6 of it, and exactly what it is, ×6 right now. And to now make the whole thing worse, there is no constant electricity in that country. How do you want the people to cope? Now the youth are out. Do something about the rising cost of living. No, I said it's no, definitely it will happen. When the fuel price is high, definitely every other things goes up. Every other thing will definitely be expensive. Transportation is nothing to even write home about. Speak to the youth. Let something be done. We can no longer continue like this. The youth finally have spoken, and exactly what it is. What more can we say, my people? Meanwhile, let me have your own take on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates if you are just joining us on this channel for the first time. All right, thanks and God bless.